You know, some stories don't hit you all at once. They sneak up, grab you by the collar, and shake your world just when you think you've seen it all. This one starts with a woman hair a mess, coat slipping from her shoulder, wrist clamped in a security guard's iron grip, dragged out of Langley First Bank in Midtown Manhattan for nothing more than being the wrong color, at the wrong place on the wrong morning. No yelling, no threats, no scene. Just a quiet humiliation, broadcast for every polished onlooker to witness, while the marble floors and fake smiles swallowed her dignity whole. People whispered, smirked, or stared away, no one daring to step up, and if they'd known who she was or what would come next, maybe they would have thought twice. But that's the thing about prejudice. Seat blinds you to everything except your own comfort. That morning, Langley first gleamed with the cold power of money, its crystal chandeliers raining light across a floor worn smooth by old money and new ambition. And into that charged air walked Maya Robinsonade in designer heels or a luxury bag, just a light gray coat, worn khakis, brown leather shoes polished with care and years, and a presence that made people look twice. Instantly, the eyes of Royce, the hulking security guard, locked onto her. Years on this job had trained Royce to equate difference with danger. Maybe that bias ran deeper than the uniform. He moved in fast, voice cold. "Ma'am, you're in the wrong place. The VIP area isn't over here." Maya just met his gaze, calm, voice gentle but firm. "I have an appointment with the finance manager at 9 a.m. Royce smirked, shared a glance with Brianna at reception, who barely stifled a laugh, then gestured toward the public seats. "You'll need to wait while we verify you." "It's policy, ma'am." So Maya sat, feeling every judgmental look burning into her. She didn't argue, didn't protest, just endured patience and dignity holding her together as staff whispered. "But she's here for a handout, not a real client," the lobby manager, Cheston, agreed. "Nobody who's really wealthy dresses like that." Even as they mocked her, Maya watched and memorized every word, every glance. She'd faced this before, but today's difference was bigger. She was here to judge them, not the other way around. With billions in her accounts at stake, this wasn't just any trip to the bank. As she waited, a well-to-do woman entered and was whisked to the VIP office with all the usual fanfare: warm towels, coffee, greetings, while Maya remained invisible. She waited, then stepped to the teller, stating her business, calm as ever. Danielle, the teller, scanned her up and down, annoyance etched into every movement. "Sorry, ma'am, there's no appointment under that name," she said, waving Maya off to the side like she was shooing away a nuisance. As Maya waited, a few staff in the background snickered openly. Royce beamed with pride, and Maya quietly pulled out her phone to check her confirmation again, determined to stay poised no matter what. That's when the twist dropped. Ina, well-dressed executive, Reagan Lyles, stormed up, voice ringing with sarcasm. "What's going on here, Danielle? Charity day?" More laughter followed as he eyed Maya's outfit, suggesting maybe she'd be better off at the soup kitchen down the street. The crowd's amusement swelled, but Maya stood steady. She restated her appointment. Reagan, barely containing his smirk, nodded to Royce, who now approached with forced seriousness. "We need you to come with us to verify your account information." Maya followed him, refusing to flinch. In the back, they grilled her like a suspect. 3 more staff, one after another, each dripping suspicion and condescension. "Are you sure you're using your real name? How did you set up this account?" "You know, we have fraud all the time." Maya stood her ground, insisting they contact the finance manager directly. But the implication was clear. Her presence, her skin, her clothes, none of it belonged. They laughed in low voices, convinced her dignity was a front. But Maya knew they were crossing a line they couldn't uncross. Finally, they returned her to the lobby. A hush fell as David Thornton, the top executive, swept up, snatched Maya's folder, and dumped her documents all over the marble. Papers fluttered everywhere while he sneered. "Are you sure you're in the right place, miss? Looks like welfare applications to me." Laughter rippled through the staff and customers. Royce watched from the side. Brianna and Reagan glowed with satisfaction. Cheston whispered, "Told you so." But Maya gathered her papers slowly, pridefully ate Paige a piece of dignity no one could trample. She looked David in the eye and said, "I hope you remember every word you just said." He only scoffed. Maya walked to the exit, Royce at her back as if escorting a criminal. As she stepped outside, staff inside cheered themselves, confident they'd protected their standards. They basked in their petty victory, sure they'd weeded out an imposter. They had no idea, because the moment Maya stepped out, she called her office. In minutes, Cordell Briggs, the bank's executive director, got a call from Brixton Financial, MS. Robinson has decided to withdraw all $2.6 billion from Langley First, effective immediately. Cordell froze, then panicked. There must be some mistake, but the assistant's tone was glacial. No mistake. MS. Robinson's experience today was unacceptable. This decision is final. Cordell sprinted to the lobby, face ashen, demanding, "Do you realize who that woman was?" Staff turned white as ghosts, laughter dying on their lips. "You just destroyed this bank's future. Maya Robinson is our biggest client, and now she's gone." In that moment, every single person realized what they'd done. The cost of arrogance and prejudice wasn't just a bruised ego or a lost customer, but the complete collapse of everything they'd built. Chaos exploded. News spread like wildfire. Social media, TV screens, all flashing. Langley First Bank loses $2.6 billion after CEO Maya Robinson faces discrimination. Stocks tanked. Customers rushed the doors. In less than an hour, suspension notices hit desks. Reagan, Brianna, Cheston, David, Royce gone. Investigators poured in, and even Cordell was fired by corporate the same afternoon. Langley's reputation lay in ruins, and the people once proudest to work there were now pariahs, shunted by their own words and actions, unable to take back the damage. But here's where the story doesn't just end with punishment. It turns. Reagan, once so smug, spent nights haunted by Maya's calm gaze, volunteering at a youth center to try and redeem himself. Cheston built a platform for stories about prejudice, trying to help others avoid his mistakes. Brianna left banking, teaching school kids the kindness she'd never shown. Even Cordell retrained as a grief counselor, finally learning to listen. Each of them faced the price of arrogance, and slowly, with humility, began to build something better from their own brokenness. And Maya? She didn't sue, didn't retaliate. She grew Brixton's programs for the underserved, funded schools and scholarships, even supported her former tormentors' new lives when they reached out. Her mantra spread: justice truly heals only when it's not accompanied by revenge. Through all the pain, Maya never named names, believing that real change comes not from public shaming, but from a mercy that inspires true transformation. In the end, Langley First rebuilt, humbled and wiser, embracing equity as never before. And Maya Robinson became a symbol not of victimhood, but of unbreakable dignity and the power of forgiveness to remake the world. So I gotta ask, if you were Maya, would you have found the strength to forgive? Where's the line between justice and mercy in a world built on appearances? Drop your thoughts below. Let's talk about what real change should look like. And if this story meant something to you, hit like, share, and stick around for the next one. Thanks for listening, and see you soon.